Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the entire altcoin market with a look here at Total 3, which is taking the entire market capitalization of the cryptocurrency asset class and then excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's around $290 billion as of right now. And really over the last few weeks, we've seen this altcoin market really come back down here, form lower lows, and start to have this structure where we've lost the previous market cycle's all-time high and we're coming back down deeper into this range. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, by the way, I will leave a link to my Twitter page in the description below. Feel free to go ahead and check that out as well. I'm fairly active over there with crypto content. So I do want to start off here on the weekly and really just discuss what we've seen unfold over the last few months with Total 3. And what has basically happened is we had this level of support right around $360 billion market cap. And that was the previous resistance from back here in January of 2018, that famous big run up and formation of this last cycle all-time high. And that was the region where we turned around and then we came back down all the way for this bear market. And you saw how on the way down, we came back down, we retested this in the summer months, where if I just zoom in here to the last few months, you can see we initially had a bounce of support off this zone, and from that point, the Total 3 market cap bounced by about 30%. So a pretty decent bounce and respecting this zone as support. We came back down right here, and again, retesting it in September in the October months, and then ultimately we saw that breakdown right here in November. And ever since then, we've just been coming back down, slowly forming these lower lows, losing that support, and from that previous zone, we've dropped by about 21%, which is definitely in contrast to Bitcoin and Ethereum, which really haven't taken out their support levels. Ethereum especially still holding the lows from back in the summer months. So we're really starting to see that weakness in the altcoin market with respect to both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And overall, I would expect this to continue as we're getting deeper into the bear market. Investors are really losing that risk appetite, where we're seeing a lot of those higher beta plays have that higher beta to the downside. And we're seeing Bitcoin and Ethereum really just consolidate in the zone, really just holding it and having all the altcoins bleed those valuations into the majors. And if I zoom out here all the way, again, the next level of support that we can look to for this altcoin market is going to be much further down at this valuation of around $180 billion. So that was basically the lower high that we saw back here in the last market cycle. This was that so-called dead cat bounce, where from this first leg down, we bounced right up into that zone, about 140%, found resistance off of this level, and then continued that bear market trend, continuing down, rejecting off of that zone. And we also saw a pretty huge breakout right here in January of 2021. As soon as the altcoin market broke out above this level, it really just rocketed on this vertical-like rally to that next level, up around 100% in just the following 4 weeks. So what this is telling me is that there's really just a lot of inefficiency between these two levels. There's not much time spent between these two zones. Each move has been very quick from one level to the next, which tells me there's not much support in this region. There really isn't much price action that we can look to as previous support. And so for that reason, I would expect it to be a pretty quick drop down to that next zone, which if I take a measured move is going to be about another negative 38% from here. And that certainly doesn't have to happen. We could also have some sort of reclaim of the previous zone at $360 billion. But until we see a reclaim, I have to respect this breakdown, and I have to respect the fact that we don't have much support in between these zones. So that's really what I'm going to be watching out for into the next few months with the altcoin market. And that doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin or Ethereum has to be bearish. As we're seeing over the last few weeks, Bitcoin and Ethereum have just been consolidating, and we've seen this bleed lower. So that could just continue to play out, where we're seeing a lot of those altcoins just flee all that capital into the majors, and that could even prop Bitcoin and Ethereum up with their own support levels. And ultimately, if we were to see that happen over the next few months, I would consider that to be a pretty healthy sign for the market, because that is typically what we've seen in these bear markets, with the Bitcoin dominance really just rising in the last cycle. And I'm going to switch over here to that chart. We had the Bitcoin dominance last market cycle just go on this very impressive rally into that market cycle bottom, with all those altcoins bleeding that valuation again back into Bitcoin. So if we see something similar this time around, I think that could be a pretty healthy sign for the market. And we're already starting to see that play out, where we've had this double bottom pattern form over the last few months, coming back down to retest this high time frame support right around 40%. So if that altcoin market were to continue bleeding while Bitcoin and Ethereum were to consolidate, we might see the dominance rally back up to the range highs towards this region, right around 48, 49%. So I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out my Twitter page. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.